Now let's work with some advanced features and tools of Autodesk Revit. So I'll delete my objects, and at first we have tools to work with different tag types and with visibility of an object. So for example, I want to use just one tag, but in this tag keep different information. For example, I want to work with mark. Alright, then I want to see my dimensions. It's width and height. And if I want to use these properties in one line, I'll add two properties and so on. For example, description. Here it is. Then I'll say align center, move it to center, here it is, and I can turn on and turn off visibility of an object. So I'll say that visibility will be a parameter, and add parameter, and I say this is a dimensions. Alright, and visibility, and this is a description. Yes. Then I'll add, for example, some lines here. This is will be visibility, for example. Lines. Okay, and the same thing, for example, for circle. Yes, and I say this is visibility is circle. And I can add some different types. For example, I can create one type will show us just information about our mark of an object, and to others information about its dimensions and some description. So I go to family types and say new type. So I name it, for example, type 1, it's mark, just mark. So I can turn off description, dimensions, and these square lines. Another type, it's a mark plus, for example, dimensions. And I turn on dimensions. And another one, it's all data. It's description. And for example, else I want to use, for example, mark one type in a circle, another times in a square. So I say new type and called mark square, and turn off circle and turn on lines. And then I need to save as family, and save it, for example, draw test tag, and load in the project. Here it is, 1 and 2. I'll delete my old tags, and now I can change a type, for example, mark square, mark plus dimensions, and for example, all data. We have no data about this parameter. I enter test. If this parameter is parameter of a type, Revit will ask me a question that it could affect on many elements. I say OK, and now my door in the properties, in the correct field, has description test. But sometimes you need to work with your labels, and in labels you can define its unit format, unit type. For example, you can say don't use your project settings and, for example, say feet and fractional inches, for example, here, and here. Okay. And also you can add, for example, suffix and space set to 0. Here it is. And for example, modify a description, duplicate 1.5 millimeter, and the same here, and italic. Load on the project, say overwrite existing version. Here it is, it's new tag. So in next videos I will show you some examples how you can add a tag, for example, for a window and for a duct